Welcome everybody. Now the topic is transfer function of control system. Before that, I am requesting all of the viewer to go through my previous video about the basics of control system. There I was discuss about features of control systems, some ideas of control systems, some parameters of control systems, and some classifications of control system. In this video, I am discussing about what is the transfer function, how transfer functions are calculated for open loop control system as well as closed loop control system. So let's enjoy. First of all, what is transfer function? It means that the transfer function of a control system is defined as the ratio of Laplace transformation of output variable to the Laplace transformation of the input variable. So before that, we must convert our output signals and input signals into Laplace transformation. And remember that at that time, consider all the initial conditions or set all the initial conditions to be as 0. Now let's start how open loop control systems transfer function can be calculated. Look, there is a system that is a time variant system. Suppose I denoted here as GT and I put a input signal or reference input signal RT. It is also a time variant signal and we get a CT, that is a output. Now this total input, system function and output are transferred into Laplace transformation. Then we get RS, GS and CS. So RS is the Laplace transformation of this input signal RT. GS is the Laplace transformation of system function GT, and CS is the Laplace transformation of output signal C. So now we calculate the transfer function of this system GS for the open loop system is given by, as we know that, Laplace transformation of output to the Laplace transformation of input. So we just put CS by RS. So the Laplace transformation of, transfer function of open loop control system GS is equal to CS by RS. Now let's calculate how the transfer function can be made for closed loop control system. First of all, look this block diagram where the input is RS and we put a adder or a multiplier or a subtractor here. From that we get a signal that is known as ES. Basically this ES is known as actuating error signal. Clear? This actuating error signal is addition of two signal or subtraction of two signal or multiplication of two signals, and this signal is fed to a forward transfer function block that is known as GS, and from that we get the output CS. This output is again fed to a feedback transfer function named as HS. So a feedback signal is again fed to that multiplier or that adder or a subtractor which is used previous. So here we used a feedback loop. So basically if there is a negative sign, it means that the output is negatively fed. If we put a positive sign here, so it means that output is positively fed here. So closed loop control system must have negative feedback path or a positive feedback path. Clear? So I just again say that RS is equal to input signal, ES is equal to actuating error signal, CS is equal to output signal, BS is equal to feedback signal coming from this feedback transfer function, GS is equal to forward transfer function, and HS is equal to feedback transfer function. Now have a look on these three basic equations. So ES equal to RS minus BS, because here we put a minus sign. If we put a positive sign here, then ES equal to RS plus BS. Clear? So it is equation number 1. Then CS is equal to ES into GS and BS equal to CS into Hs. Now we modify the equation number 2, that is Cs equal to Es into Gs. So we put the value of Es, that is equation number 1, in equation number 2. So Cs equal to Rs minus Bs into Gs. Again we put the equation number 3, that is the value of Bs, okay, or Cs equal to Gs into Rs minus Cs into Hs. And now we calculate step by step, and lastly we get Cs under bracket 1 plus Gs into Hs equal to Gs into Rs. Okay, so we know that transfer function is what? Transfer function is the Laplace transformation of output to the Laplace transformation of input. So we here consider that the input is already Laplace transformed and output is already Laplace transformed. So the transfer function Ts is equal to Cs by Rs. Clear? And we calculate and we get Cs by Rs equal to Gs by 1 plus Gs into Hs. This equation is for negative feedback. If we put a negative sign here, if we put the feedback path as a negative, clear? If we put this feedback path as positive, or we put a positive sign here, then this equation is changed little bit, as Ts equal to, that is transfer function is equal to Cs by Rs equal to Gs by 1 minus Gs into Hs. Clear? That means for positive feedback here we put minus, for negative feedback here we put as plus. Clear? So we easily understand both the transfer functions. One is for open loop transfer function, one is for closed loop transfer function. So basically what we get? We get transfer functions means the ratio of Laplace transformation of output function to the Laplace transformation of input function. Okay, thank you.